All right, well, would you look at that? It is back to troop time already. Oh my goodness. I am Christina Barati, one of the directors on the leadership team at Girl Scouts of NYPENN Pathway, and I cannot tell you how happy I am that you are joining us tonight. I hope that over the summer you carved out some moments to enjoy the beautiful sunny days that we've had. And I am certain that during that time you also spent some time considering the months to come and how that is going to look for you and yours. We here at Girl Scouts have done the same. Tonight, we will review what's in the works for member year 2021 and how together we will make this another amazing Girl Scout year for our girls. But before we get started, I want to share with you just some general tips about the Zoom webinar platform. It's a little bit different than the meeting platform. So first of all, we are recording this presentation, and the recording is going to be made available to you in the coming days via a shared link. You will notice that, as I said, the webinar platform is a bit different and that we cannot see every participant, and our presenters are only going to have videos showing during conversation. I promise we are not going to poison you with PowerPoint tonight. We have some videos and some polls to keep things moving along. And at the very end, we also have some amazing door prizes, a couple of really cool kits for you. At the bottom of your Zoom screen, you will see that there are a couple of different options for you to use tonight. As I mentioned when everyone was signing on, there's the chat option. We encourage everyone to share experiences and thoughts as we move through the agenda by using the chat log. Please be sure to select where it says panelists and attendees from the drop-down list before sending that message if you would like to share it with the whole group. Otherwise, you're just going to send it to me, Colleen, Sadiqa, Kiana, and Aaron, those of us who are actually running the webinar tonight. If you click raise hand, then you literally are raising your hand, and at the end of whatever topic we are on, we will unmute you, call on you, and allow you to ask your question that way or share your comment. We also have a Q&A box. So in the Q&A box, you will be able to post your questions throughout the evening, and we will be typing responses. After the staff member has typed in the response, it will be shared back for all participants to see, unless you ask for us to answer it to you privately, of course. There will be links to the resources highlighted tonight available during the webinar, and those are going to be added through the chat log. These resources are there for you to download and save, and they also will be made available in the same email where we send a link to the webinar for you to reference that way. So as I mentioned, we will be giving away 2 door prizes at the end of our kickoff tonight. To be eligible to win, if your name is called, you must still be present on the webinar. So hopefully you will stick with us and enjoy everything that we have to share with you tonight. Colleen?
Hello, okay. So hello again and welcome. And we're super excited to be having you join us tonight for our virtual kickoff. And we're excited to see you, if you will, tonight. I'm just going to ask that our staff members who are on, if you can quickly go around and unmute yourself and introduce yourself, and then we'll pass it on to the next person, if you will. So my name is Colleen Saxby. I'm one of the volunteer services managers here. Who would like to unmute next?
Hello, everybody. It's Sadiqa, and I am one of the regional support managers.
Hi, everyone. My name's Erin, Erin Murphy. I'm one of the engagement managers here at Girl Scouts of NYPENN Pathways.
Good evening, everyone. This is Kiana Tyson, and I am one of the customer care opportunity managers for Onondaga County.
And Colleen, I know that we have some staff that actually are logged in as participants tonight. So maybe if they would like to raise their hand, I can unmute them and they can introduce themselves as well.
Sounds good to me. So if you're a staff member to introduce yourself, go ahead and raise your hand and we'll try our best to navigate and unmute you so you can introduce.
Hello, my name is Aletha Rowlands. I'm Senior Director of Community Development.
Thanks, Aletha.
Misty Joe, you should be unmuted.
All right. Hi, I'm Misty Joe Osborne, and I am also a regional support manager.
I think those are all the hands raised that I'm seeing. So I think we have all the staff members accounted for. Hopefully, if I'm missing anybody, I apologize. And then also to introduce yourselves. I know that I've been seeing most people as they've been jumping on have been going ahead and introducing themselves, but if you'd like to jump into the chat log, you can go ahead and share with us your name and service unit or troop number so you can introduce yourself as well. And then we are going to go on, and now if those of you who have the ability to unmute, if you'd like to unmute, we can go ahead, we can say the promise and law together. Okay, ready? So staff members unmute, right? On my honor, I will try to serve God
and my country,
to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, and responsible for what I say and do. And to respect
myself and others,
respect
authority,
use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout. Okay, thank you. And then, now what we're going to do, so thank you very much for helping me. We're actually going to launch our first poll. So what's going to happen is you're going to have a poll that's going to kind of take over your screens and give you a couple of answers. Our first poll tonight we want to know is, how did your troop interact over the summer? So there's going to be a few questions that are going to pop up on your screen. We want go ahead and select your answer, and then go ahead and share your results will come into us. Did you meet virtually? Did you meet outdoors? Did you not meet? Did you stay in touch? You didn't connect all over the summer? Or you have not been in contact since COVID-19 hit in March. So go ahead and submit your vote, and then Christina is going to share out those results with us. So I'm going to end the poll about one more moment. It looks like most people are able to share.
Okay, we're going to end the poll now, and I will share the results. So it looks like the majority of people this evening were able to stay in touch with the girls through the summer, but were not able to have time to connect, which summer is always a tricky time. And if a troop hasn't done that in the past, then it was probably a little bit more challenging as well. So thank you so much for sharing that. It's always nice to hear what's happening over the summer.
And so for tonight, we have an awesome agenda tonight that's going to be filled with all kinds of fun moving parts, and we have live videos coming at you as well. So we're going to go over our council department updates. We're going to review our 2020 awards presentations. We're going to do a rededication and investiture ceremony towards the end. Answer hopefully all of your questions and answers that may come in. And then awesome part of this is we're also going to be sharing some amazing door prizes as well. So stay tuned. We have everyone's the participant list here. So if you want a chance to win a door prize, make sure you're on at the end when we're doing those prizes, because you do need to be present to win. And I think with that, we are ready to go.
All right, thanks, Colleen. As I mentioned, we spent some time considering the months to come over the summer. We feel fortunate we were able to open our camps for our Girl Scout families to enjoy. And we also spent a considerable amount of time determining how we will keep Girl Scouts strong this year and best support your experience during the pandemic. To kick off our conversation, we have a message for you from Julie Dale.
Hello, I'm Julie Dale, CEO of Girl Scouts of NYPENN Pathways. I'm here today to welcome you to the 2020 Fall Kickoffs. Although we would love to see you all in person and hear about your summer adventures, which I assume are going to be mostly online, we aren't able to. But we are here to continue to support you. We, like everyone else through this difficult time, have had to make adjustments. We've had to restructure our organization and re-strategize how we need to go forward. But we believe we have done that in the best way possible to continue to serve our volunteers. We want to thank you for continuing to work with the girls over this difficult time, to reach out to them virtually and to continue to support them. We want to continue to support you. We have many creative ideas in the works and we're excited to share them with you. I want to wish you a wonderful fall 2020 and stay safe and be well. Thank you so much for all that you do.
Okay, thank you. And with that, we're going to move into our department updates, starting out with support. So we'll hop right into what's happening in support of you, our volunteers. Every year, GSUSA shares the Girl Scout Voices Count survey across the country. This survey targets 3 Girl Scout demographics: girls, parents, and volunteers. The goal of the survey is to gauge how Girl Scouts is supporting, engaging, and inspiring you. This year, the responses for GS NYPENN dipped, though are still on par with the national average. Sadly, we saw a big dip in volunteer satisfaction this year, attributed to the difficulty some volunteers reported with starting a virtual experience and the stress of the pandemic hitting mid-cookie delivery. The decline brought us in line with the national average. That said, our volunteer NPS actually went up 6 points, and there was a 10% increase in volunteers reporting intent to stay, meaning they plan to or already had renewed for member year 2021. Parent satisfaction also went down this year. While some of the parents attributed this to COVID, mostly they felt last minute and too little communication were the biggest struggles. Our parent satisfaction and NPS were unfortunately slightly under the national average this year. Girl satisfaction also declined, though not as significant. Nationally and here, 50% of the girls reported loving their Girl Scout experience this year. Again, we saw a high intent to stay, 82%. Those that didn't plan to come back or didn't participate in virtual troops report that their troop didn't really do anything and that they didn't have a chance to meet online, or that they have too many things to continue Girl Scouts. So those were the top 3 reasons girls were choosing not to come back. COVID really took us by surprise, and we, like our sister councils across the country, are ready to make this the best Girl Scout year it can be, and we are prepared with tools, opportunity, and resources. We are ready to partner with you, our local volunteers, to keep our communities Girl Scout strong. Now more than ever, our communities depend on us to use the power of Girl Scouts to fill backpacks and food pantries, to keep our parks clean, and to cheer up our elderly neighbors. Remember, Girl Scouts are making the world a better place every day. As we begin this new member year, we know that the events and meetings are going to look differently. We're here to help. Each service unit is being provided with one Zoom account on us. Troop leaders can also opt in to unique access for their troop to have Zoom at $36 per year. We're finalizing the process now and excited to get that opened up for you as soon as possible. We will have details coming soon. And speaking of virtual, another way that we have you during this transition time is beginning October 1, we will host monthly drop-in style virtual troop meetings for our brownies, juniors, cadets, seniors, and ambassadors. This way, girls can remain in their local troop and also drop in on virtual meetings to earn badges and complete journeys, taking some of the weight off of leaders who may have more on their plate at this time than usual. And as we prepare to support you, I'd like you to take a minute to tell us where you sit on the virtual continuum, how you feel about virtual meetings. So I'm going to launch one more poll for you. All right, I just ended the poll. It looks like we had quite a few people weighing in here. I was also briefly skimming the chat log. I'll share the results with you. First of all, I feel the pain of those that have already spent money on Zoom. We are so happy that GSUSA has worked to get this negotiation across the country, and we are excited to be able to offer it to you. And so looking at the virtual meetings, it looks like some of you are going to be happy about the resources and the support that we have coming to you tonight, because we do have some tools to help you with your comfort level, and we will speak to that momentarily. Thank you so much for weighing in. I appreciate it. Okay, with school starting up, many troops are also looking to get back to in-person meeting. Girl Scouts continues to keep safety a top priority for its members. While some troops will continue to meet virtually, some are ready to meet in person. Girl Scouts of NYPENN Pathways has worked closely with the recommendations put forth by GSUSA to create guidance for in-person meetings. The full document can be accessed on our website, and here are some of the most important pieces. Physical distancing of 6 feet, face coverings, making sure that there is routine cleaning and disinfecting of the surfaces, being sure that everyone is washing their hands frequently and not just after trips to the bathroom or between cough and sneeze, etc. We do suggest a maximum of 10 people per meeting, meaning 8 girls, 2 adults. That said, we encourage you to really look over the guidance in full if you are wondering if we might be able to make an exception to that, and you can reach out to a staff member to have that dialogue. Try to meet outdoors whenever possible, and maybe that means you do some of your things online and then you meet outdoors for some of the activities that you can build into your badge work. We are not allowing meetings within the home this year. And at this point in time, we are not approving carpooling. And if you have questions about carpooling, I do recommend that you look at the CDC website, and it can give a little bit more information on that. Troop activity applications are needed for anything outside of your standard troop meeting. And we need you to have parents complete the new permission form now, and then again for any meetings October 1 or later. As a reminder, in-person meetings are for areas that are in phase 4 or green. As we enter into the school year in the fall and winter months, that may change for some areas, so you want to stay on top of that, and we will too. The new updates that were sent out midweek this week, or this past week, included some extra guidance related to FAQs that we had been receiving regarding food serving, overnights, the troop activity applications, etc. And from here, I'd like to ask you to join me for just a little more information about what we have coming from support.
Hey Girl Scouts, Jessica here. We're excited for the new member year, and we hope that you are too. Right now, things definitely look different, but different does not have to be a bad thing. In fact, here at Girl Scouts, we recognize that now more than ever, our girls need us. Let's take a moment to think about what an amazing opportunity we have to provide a safe and encouraging social outlet for our girls at a time when they need it most. A time when activities are on hold and school is going to look really different this year. Now is the time for us to start thinking outside the box and find creative ways to engage our girls and Girl Scouts. Here are a few great ideas shared by local volunteers within our council and ways to engage your girls during this upcoming member year. One idea is to do a baking or cooking activity. You can purchase kits, pizza kits, baking kits, and deliver them to the girls' porches, or set up a drop box at your home for them to pick up the kits. And then you can meet virtually to show off your amazing creations. Another idea is a scavenger hunt. It's a fun activity to do during a virtual meeting. It gives the girls an opportunity to get up and move around and find things from their home to show off. You can keep things simple and use household items, or you can do a theme. With virtual meetings being a reality for many troops this member year, why not take advantage of that by inviting a guest speaker? How fun would it be to have an author from a series that the girls really enjoy, or a first responder to talk about their experiences, or maybe just their expertise in what they do? Perhaps you know someone who has a really cool job that could share a little bit about what they do, like coding or space science. As you can see, though, with a little creativity and using this challenge as an opportunity, we really can make this the best member year yet for our girls.
Hey everyone, Colleen here. I have some great exciting information for you as well from a volunteer enrichment point of view. As you know, we have our GS Learn platform up and running, but to support our volunteers continuously through this time, we have added tons of new information. So whether you're looking to learn more about troop finances, going overnights with your troop, or maybe managing conflicts, you can now do all those courses and those workshops from the safety of your home on your own schedule. We also are very excited to announce that we're going to be rolling out our new on-demand training for in-person sessions as well, coming this fall. Once we are ready to get going with in-person sessions again, once all your area has to do if they want a certain training is complete a quick form letting us know what training you want, some potential day options, and where you want to have us. And we will do our best to come directly to your local community and complete that training. And one last tidbit of information, we know everybody loved collecting those awesome volunteer buttons last year. Have no fear, we have a new round coming around for this 2021 year, and we are very excited to get together with you and share them with you as well.
Thanks, Colleen and Jessica. This membership year, we will continue with the badge bashes. The badge bashes were an event that was hosted throughout our council footprint that gave volunteers and troop leaders the opportunity to get firsthand experiences with some of the new badges that were introduced last year by GSUSA. These events were a huge success, and we look at hopefully being able to present them in person If not, we will have a virtual option available for our members. I'm also going to talk a little bit about the volunteer toolkit. Since June, GSUSA have introduced some updates and enhancements, specifically a virtual enhancement. What's going on is right now, each badge gives you the opportunity to choose the Girl Scout at Home option, which will walk you through virtually how to present these badges to your troop. Right now, the specifics are worked out for the ambassador badges, and they will be working throughout the summer and fall on the lower levels.
All right, thank you, Jessica, Colleen, and Sadiqa. With that, I am going to launch one more poll. It's the last one for a little while, but this is your chance to share ways that you feel that you may need a little bit of extra support in the coming year so that we can plan accordingly. And it is a bit longer, so I'll give you a little longer to complete it. Okay, so it looks like most everyone has had a chance to weigh in here. I'm going to end the poll and share the results so you can see what most people are thinking and feeling this year. This is not an anonymous poll, so if you are able to welcome girls, then we will be able to reach out to you. If you said that you're looking for someone to connect with you, then we will be able to reach out with you for you about that as well. So thank you so much for taking the time. Okay. And with that, Kiana, I just wanted to check in with you if there are any questions in the question log that you would like us to cover during this session before we proceed to recruitment.
Yes, we have a question from Anonymous. Is asking for suggestions on how to handle the friendship circle and the Girl Scout handshake for this coming fall, because we do have some daisies that are struggling with physical contact as well as wearing their masks. So they just want to know some tips that we can share with them on how to proceed with, doing the friendship circle and the Girl Scout handshake.
So we can do a circle and still be spaced. That is okay to do. I've heard some folks really come up with some clever ideas like using hula hoops which who doesn't love a hula hoop? But using hula hoops to help the girls know where they should be, to help them gauge the spacing, and I would really encourage that consideration. You know, it's really not a time for handshaking and hand holding, sadly, and you know, that's really hard. It is part of our tradition. One of the things you might want to consider is that they do either foot fives or elbow bumps at certain times, and you know, at come and go when they're leaving and entering. That might be an option for you to do. And Shannon, is there another question?
Yes, the other question we have, it says, during the Q&A, I would love to know more about why the 6% of the respondents that said for Zoom don't like it or won't use it, as perhaps we collectively can help those troop leaders feel more comfortable. Zoom is the #1 communication tool for businesses, and Girl Scouts is all about preparing girls for the future.
Yes, we are going to be trying to figure out how to bridge any gaps that we need to. So we'll be looking into that. I'm also seeing some things come up too. I saw in the chat log something about some folks asking about troop sizes and that sort of thing. And currently we are at that 10 people max. And it is suggested, and I know that people are saying, well, we have 20 girls and 2 leaders or that sort of thing. But what we would be looking for is we would expect someone to actually reach out, and they would need to get permission to have more than 10. And we would be asking questions about the size of your meeting space. And so size of meeting space, ventilation, how you can space out. So size of meeting in order to make sure that the girls can be spaced out, but also size of the meeting space to make sure 50% or less still falls within the number. So if max capacity of a room is 40 and you're asking to have 22 people in the room, we wouldn't be able to approve that because right now we're at a 50% or less guideline. So there's some reasons why we're looking at these numbers, and we are happy to work with anyone. I know that there are a few people that we have approved because it is a suggested, and they were able to provide a nice spaced out area. Tiana, is there anything else at this time, or are we ready to move to recruit?
We have one more question
Okay.
in regards to social distancing and the girls taking off their masks briefly. So they just want to know, can the girls have mask breaks if they do decide to do in-person meetings?
Well, that's an interesting question. And I guess I would be curious how long the meeting is and what the setup is. So I don't think that there's a blanket answer for that question. It would be case dependent. So thank you. And I would encourage you again to reach out to some of these questions that are case dependent. Definitely reach out to your individually assigned support staff, because whoever is assigned for supporting your area would be able to help you navigate through those and would know the extra questions to ask and have that conversation with you.
And one more, Christina, they want to know, when you say ventilation, what do you mean by that?
I mean, is it a sealed off room? Are there doors that can be left open? Are there windows that can be left open? Is there airflow, or is it kind of like a stagnant meeting room, if you will? How high are the ceilings? How low are the ceilings? All those little details that kind of can imply that air is just going to sit.
And they also want to know, why are we at the 10-person limit if New York State allows up to 50 people?
It's a CDC recommendation and a GSUSA recommendation from risk management.
You can go ahead.
Okay, thanks. Okay, and with that, I am going to share with you a video from our recruitment team from Dolly and Maureen.
Welcome back to Girl Scouts. Our theme this year is Explore Today, Discover Tomorrow. As you know, this year is like no other. Some areas have stuck to a more traditional approach in sign-up and events, and some have been more virtual, or a combination of both. So we've switched things up a bit to accommodate our changing times. Here are some of the very cool new things that are happening to provide you more flexibility this year.
First up, we have a virtual parent chat. It is intended to be what you would expect at a typical parent meeting, talking about Girl Scouting and the levels and the badges and how to register, how to volunteer, what to expect next, different membership options. Then we have a parent or Daisy Discovery program. This is a packet of fun activities that gets mailed or emailed home to the parent. The girls get to earn their very first patch. Okay, virtually we have a kindergarten readiness program called Make New Friends, Ready, Set, Kindergarten. This is where K girls actually meet online for 4 consecutive days for 30 minutes, and they learn some valuable lessons to prepare them for school. Then we have events, okay, really cool events. They are the animal dance party, and there's also a robot building party. These are intended to be fun for the girls, engage the girls, and maybe they're just checking out Girl Scouts.
Virtual recruitment events such as our new animal dance party or our robot building party to provide opportunity for girls to engage in Girl Scouts. We have many virtual series this year. We have Gardening is Fun, which is a 3-week series for kindergarten through 3rd grade to earn a patch. 3 Cheers for Animals, a 4-week series for kindergarten to and 1st grade to earn a badge. And the Girl Scout Babysitting Club, a 6-week series for grades 4 through 12. They earn a patch and a certification, followed by monthly club meetings. Make New Challenge Friends, where girls earn points by doing activities at home in their own community. Each level complete activities, earning points towards earning a patch. And virtual troops get registered started and engage our waiting new troops from girls to be placed. So we have so many exciting new things. Please feel free to reach out to me, and if you're willing to help, have any great ideas, that'd be wonderful. Have a great year.
All right, well, that was wonderful. We're so thankful for Maureen and Dolly sharing those examples of virtual recruitment offerings that we have this year. As you know, everyone is a recruiter, and recruitment is a collage of resources in a partnership with girls, parents, staff, and volunteers. Together, we can do it. Girl Scouts of NYPENN Pathways has not stopped trying to build our girl adult membership or expand the reach of Girl Scouts in our communities. GS NYPENN staff members have been working since the start of COVID-19 on virtual recruitment opportunities and tools. Engagement managers will be utilizing these tools and virtual recruitment events to reach adults and girls in our communities as we move into our new membership year. Troops looking to welcome any new members can access the Make New Friends Challenge on our council website. And we are also excited to lead virtual Daisy and Brownie troops starting the week of October 1 and January 4, so 2 different cycles, so that families can begin the Girl Scout experience even when a leader isn't available in their local community. Our number one goal for this member year is to keep our girls connected to one another and to the Girl Scout leadership experience. And as I mentioned, we had some excitement related to our Girl Scout leadership experience this summer at our camps. Liz is going to be sharing a bit more about the experiences available for girls and a recap of what happened this summer.
Hello, Girl Scout volunteers. This is Liz Badger Schmidt coming at you from my backyard. You may recognize this random tree from some of my programming on GS NYPENN Live. I'm here to talk to you all about the awesome things that we did over the summertime. Woof, what a hot summer it was. Engaging the girls with the outdoors and virtual programming, and then what's to come in the fall, because it's going to be the year of the outdoors, which is awesome. I'm so excited. So we started off our season with the great GS NYPENN Camp In, Camp Out, where you got to hang out with some of our awesome camp staff. We made s'mores, we made boondoggle, we made fireflies, we cooked a variety of random things from our kitchens and our house, and it was just awesome. We had a little under 200 folks join us for that one. In July, we hosted another Camp In, Camp Out with Girl Scouts Heart of Central California, trying to figure out the time zones and the programming from them, horse art and outdoor yoga, and some great things from them. And then we had Sean the Deceptionist come. We had the Rosamond Gifford Zoo do some great programming. So thank you for joining us for those two Camp In, Camp Outs, if you did. Next up is a great hybrid program. Girl Scouts love state parks. All across the country, Girl Scouts are going to be venturing out to the state park nearest to them to explore the wonders of the outdoors. Here in New York, we have Watkins Glen State Park, we have Shenango Valley State Park, we have Green Lake State Park, and we have Delta Lake State Park that are going to be hosting live and in-person events from 2 to 4 p.m. on Saturday, September 12th. Those are free. You can come meet your local Girl Scout staff representatives, including myself, there to do some awesome outdoor programming. In the morning, we're going to teach you how to be safe on your hikes. We're going to teach you about tick tactics and what to do if you find a tick on yourself. We're going to be identifying some pollinators and you know what plants they like to eat pollen from. Yeah, they totally do that. Bees and birds and all sorts of things as they prepare for the winter time. So join us in the morning for some great virtual programming. Join us in the afternoon if you feel safe and comfortable for some in-person programming 2 to 4 p.m. on September 12th. Girl Scouts love state parks. If you don't want to hang out with us, that's cool too. Just find a local state park nearest to you and take your girls out to have some outdoor fun. We hosted family camps at all 4 of our camps this summer. So if you hung out with Chainsaw, with Sugar, with Smalls, or with Chucks, and all of our great camp staff, thank you for joining us. We're hoping to extend our family camp opportunities into the fall as well, on weekends throughout September, October, probably not November, because it's going to get pretty cold pretty quickly. I don't even want to talk about cold weather. So look for those on our outdoor website. Family camp was a great success, and we love seeing dads and brothers and sisters and grandmas and grandpas and showing off our properties and really giving them the great Girl Scout experience that you can only get on our beautiful properties during summer camp. So thanks for joining us for that. As I mentioned, Girl Scouts Love State Parks is actually our kickoff to Year of the Outdoors. So 2021 member year is all about getting your girls outside, and what better opportunity during these crazy times that we're in to take your girls outside, take them on hikes, teach them about outdoor living and outdoor skills, knife skills and fire building skills and knot tying skills, all those awesome things that we know girls love to do. That's our focus for member year 2021. So keep your eyes peeled on our website, on our social media, Facebook and Instagram, to learn all about the awesome programs that we're going to be offering on our camp properties, at your local service centers, at your local parks. And if you're not super comfortable coming out and hanging out with us in person, socially distanced and masked, of course, we are going to have some great virtual programming that we're offering in the fall as well, and actually once a month probably throughout the entire member year 2021, starting off with Girl Scouts Love State Parks, as I mentioned before. Moving into October, we're going to be celebrating the International Day of the Girl, and that's actually on Sunday, October 11th. So look for some great virtual programming regarding suffrage and girls in STEM and careers and civic engagement. You know, what better year to get involved civically than this year, an election year. So look for those types of programming in October. And then in November, we're moving into V4, and that 4 is for virtual. So if you've attended our V3 event in the past, we are going to be hosting it virtually. So I cannot wait for that. We've got some great partners lined up, and get that on your calendar. V4, it fills up. Hey. So more to come on those two awesome virtual events. Join us on GS NYPENN Live Facebook. That's where all the good stuff happens. We have programming from in our council, out of our council, wherever we can get girl programming to engage your girls. That's where you can find it on our GS NYPENN Live Facebook page. So be sure to like that. Reach out to me or any of the camp directors if you have great ideas for programming. If your troop needs something, always reach out to us, and we will do our best to serve you and your girls and to help you be the best leaders that you can be. Thank you for all that you do. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the outdoors this year, and have a great year. I can't wait to spend it with you and to see you virtually or out, I don't know, in the trees. Thanks again.
Okay. Thanks, Liz. We are excited to have a blend of in-person and virtual activities for our members this year as part of Year of the Outdoors. And just to recap what we've talked about so far from a participation standpoint, we are offering a drop-in troop meetings every month, Daisy Brownie troops that will be virtual, and then a once a month virtual all-level program. So as mentioned, we post updates and news on the GS NYPENN Facebook page. You can find virtual programs and resources available there. Also on our YouTube, the VTK, the Girl Scouts at Home page on gsnypenn.org. So lots of things happening, lots of places to find them. And now, in case you missed it, Girl Scouts rolled out 24 new badges this summer. The new badges span all program levels. These new badges are designed to help the girls practice some serious leadership skills in civics, entrepreneurship, STEM career exploration, and automotive engineering. So to start with, Girl Scouts added 9 new automotive engineering badges, 3 for each level, Daisy through Junior. For automotive design, the girls will be they'll learn about the mobility and the parts and the features that make up a vehicle, sketching and sculpting their own vehicles. And then they move on to automotive engineering. They become engineers, building and testing their own vehicle prototypes. And then they move on from there to manufacturing. They'll explore assembly lines and create their own processes to build a set of model vehicles in a way that's both safe and efficient. We have 3 new STEM career exploration badges this fall for Brownie, Junior, and Cadet. Girls will find out how all the things they love, like camping, baking, and playing video games, and all the things they care about, their community, animals, the environment, how they can lead, all these interests and passions can lead to a job that changes the world. They look at careers in STEM, exploring jobs that make a difference. Finally, girls create a plan to turn their dreams for the future into a reality. The civics badges are a new category for Girl Scouts, building on the civics badges build on the citizen badges and add 1 badge per program grade level. Informed citizens are change makers. In these badges, girls gain a deeper understanding of how their government works. They learn from experts as they find out about their local and state government, and they'll explore topics such as female representation in Congress, gerrymandering, and the Electoral College. And what an exciting time to be learning about the government around them, right? And then the entrepreneurship badges. We already know that Girl Scouts are amazing entrepreneurs. Now GSUSA has added an entrepreneurship badge to each program grade level. By earning these badges, girls learn to think like entrepreneurs as they come up with their own solutions to everyday problems. Girls will create a prototype or model of their ideas, practice asking for and receiving feedback from others, use feedback to improve their ideas, and pitch their product to an audience, kind of like Shark Tank. Along the way, girls are introduced to inspiring female entrepreneurs who share advice and tips. At the end of tonight's webinar, you are going to see a survey asking you to vote on the badges highlighted at this year's Badge Bash, whether you choose from some of these new badges or some of the older ones that you want to know more about. Be sure to have that. It'll pop up after we end the meeting. All right, now we have a few more department update videos for you to watch.
Hi, I'm Kevin McCabe, Director of Properties for the Girl Scouts and NYPENN Pathways. Let me show you the projects we've been working on for the last year. All the families that have had a chance to join us this summer at camp really love the new features. Let's take a look. About an hour outside of Watertown is our treasure in the Adirondacks, Trefoil Adventure Center, and the latest addition, our Sugar Shack, built by our very own camp ranger, Don Snyder, aka Batman. Maybe you can join us for some pancakes and real maple syrup next spring when the sap is running. If you've been to Hoover Adventure Center, in the middle of the council, then Fern Lodge is a familiar sight. Next time you're there, take advantage of the new pathway to the waterfront, where you can kick up your feet by the fire and look across beautiful Song Lake. Mark Lodge is in the middle of an extensive interior renovation with all new commercial kitchen appliances and a multimedia projector and sound system where you can watch movies or host meetings. Comstock Adventure Center on the west shores of Cayuga Lake has some beautiful new structures. Malala Lodge can sleep up to 12 people and has a stunning view of the lake from the front porch. And built by the same wonderful father and son team, this past spring we added a boathouse to accommodate our sailboats, kayaks, and canoes in the off-season. But looking at this amazing new waterfront, who wants to think about snow just yet? Last but not least, the oldest and largest camp, Amami Adventure Center, just celebrated its 90th birthday last fall. The 7 new cabins we built at Viking and Explorer campsites are getting stained this year. And if you're looking for something a little more modern, check out our Solar STEM Lab. Equipped with fiber optic internet, Wi-Fi, and an 11 kilowatt solar powered array that feeds excess energy back into the grid. This new building will be outfitted with enough STEM-related equipment for troops and schools to make any field trip something to remember. So stop by one of our new and improved camps and see all the changes we've made.
Man, I wish I could be in Girl Scouts, but my mom doesn't see any troops available.
Want to know how you can help girls like Destiny in your area? Fill out the Update My Troop form located here. Updating your troop information allows parents and caregivers to see what troops are available in their area taking new girls, and to be able to make a decision based on time, day, and location. If you need any help completing this form, no problem. Just reach out to the customer care team.
I'm so happy I was able to join Girl Scouts, because look at all the fun things I could do.
Hi Girl Scouts, Katie Kazarowski here, Director of Corporate Relations and Signature Events. I'm the person who plans Cookie Wow, carrying the torch, and large events for the council. I wanted to let you know, unfortunately, due to the pandemic, we have decided to postpone these events for the near future. We do plan on having signature events once the governor gives us the okay. Unfortunately, we don't think that will be in time for Cookie Wow, but we are looking for ideas from our members of events that typically would attract about 1,000 people, not necessarily in the Syracuse area. If you have an event that could be open to Girl Scouts and the general public as a form of recruitment, please feel free to share the information with me. In the meantime, I hope that you all have a great year, and hopefully very soon you will hear from me about some wonderful events that we have coming up. Thank you.
Hey fellow Girl Scouts, I'm Renee Daly. I am the Partnership Outreach Manager for NYPEN Pathways, and in my role I do just that. I reach out to partners across our council in hopes that we can form a give and take relationship, whereas they provide our Girl Scouts with either a program or they provide a sponsorship for one of our bigger events, maybe a donation, maybe materials of some kind that we're in need of, whatever it is. The partnership piece is very vast and you can partner in many different ways. So I also work with the cookie community partners, and those are especially the ones, we have the booth partners that we've had for years, and I have them that I reach out to and just keep in touch with throughout the year, and especially our newer group, which is the newest cookie community partners that stepped in and stepped up and helped our girls when their sales were halted. And they were just amazing, you know, agencies and organizations and businesses and even individuals that stepped up and helped in the sale of cookies and helped to get the girls to where we needed to be. The cookie sales were great, and we so appreciate them, as well as the hard work of you, the service unit managers, the leaders, the parents, the girls, and the council as well. So all together we did amazing things, and I will continue to keep in contact throughout the year with all of those partners as well. When I work with a partner, I work not only through the partnership piece, what they're giving to us as a council or to the girls as Girl Scouts, and I help them by giving back in a way of advertising their business or organization to all of our members, which is exciting to them. They're excited that we're putting the word out, that we're sharing about them, and in return they're giving us, you know, either a program or the discounts or whatever it is that they do. So that's it. Anything partnership, any way that I can help you in cultivating, nurturing, or setting up a partnership, just call out my name. My contact information is here. Feel free to call me or email me at any point. Send anyone my way. I'd love to hear ideas or any concerns or any insights, that sort of thing. We're also always looking for individuals to partner with, whether you are a Girl Scout or a member, or you have a friend or family that is interested or has an expertise of some kind that can share with the Girl Scouts. Badge work or patchwork or experiences, hobbies, skills, that sort of thing. We would love to learn from them and have them be a part of our partnerships. So throw them my way as well, and I hope you have a happy, healthy, and safe rest of your summer. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Jamie Alvarez, Senior Director of Marketing and Communications for the Council. We're excited for the start of the new member year, one that will undoubtedly be challenging due to COVID-19. My department is the team behind the Council website, social media, email marketing like the all-member e-newsletter that goes out twice a month, COVID updates, crisis communications, photography, videography, and our suite of printed collateral and promotional marketing materials. We're also charged with helping tell the stories of what our girls are doing across our 26 counties, and we look forward to hearing from our troops. You can communicate with us in a variety of ways to share what your girls are doing. You can submit a troop story via the form on our website, or you can look for the quarterly contest on our social media. We randomly draw a winner to receive a $30 Amazon gift card every March, June, September, and December. You can also email us directly at marketing@gsnypenn.org to connect with us. We can share your story on social media, or we can work with you to try to place a story with your local news in your market. We're excited to share everything that your girls are doing and hope that you'll be in touch. With the start of the new member year and the challenges we're facing in this unprecedented time, we wanted to share with you an update on how we'll communicate with our members this year. We will not produce a program guide or summer camp guide like we normally do in order to be fiscally responsible given our current environment, and we will instead utilize our digital platforms to communicate with you through digital publications, social media, the website, and email. Therefore, it's really important that you ensure that you're enrolled to receive our email and that it's not going to your junk mail, and that you regularly check our website, social media, and online events calendar to keep on top of council news and events, especially with our move to a combination of virtual and in-person programming. Lastly, our team is excited to work with you if you are looking to produce a variety of branded collateral like patches, banners, or t-shirts, for example. You can connect with us via our department email, which again is marketing@gsnypenn.org. We'll work with you to ensure that you're using proper Girl Scout fonts, colors, and logos, and can also grant permission if the vendor requires it to use our logos and colors. We're thrilled to have this opportunity to connect with you and look forward to member year 2021. Thanks.
Hi guys, it's Ray here to talk about retail. Obviously we're not open yet, but we plan on making that happen as soon as we possibly can. But you can still do curbside pickup by emailing Jess, a letter, or Judy. And by the way, they all say hi. Or checking out our Shopify account, our site on Facebook. So just to take a look, these are some of the new items that we have, some fun items that the girls can use their cookie dough on, which is active now. So if you haven't checked that out, please do. And give a letter, Jess or Judy, a call or an email to see what you can get purchased for your girls who've earned that money during the cookie season. Another fun thing I want to talk about is we're doing subscription boxes coming soon, so stay tuned for this, but it'll be a different theme every month. We're working on the product and everything that will go into these boxes, but I can tell you it's really exciting. One more thing I forgot about, we are also going to have new exciting fall product coming in, very colorful, exciting designs, so please stay tuned. Thanks for everything.
We're back!
We're back!
Woo!
Hi everyone, it's Jacqueline and Ray again, and we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Yep.
So first, we wanted to kick off by thanking everybody for everything you did during the pandemic. Without you, we wouldn't have been able to be 1.6% over what we did the previous year. So a huge shout out to you and your community partners that you created.
Yes, thank you so very much. But we do have to talk about something very exciting, Ray, coming up in the next membership year. Is our Treats, Reads, and More program. If you haven't heard yet, we have a new partner with a magazine company. It is M2 Media. They will take over the digital platform with their M2 site. And let me tell you, Ray, it is the easiest digital platform we've ever had. You'll find it as seamless as possible. And the greatest part is
the avatar. I've actually already gone in and created mine. And on top of that, you'll get a patch with your own avatar on it.
That's right. So troops that will that hit a $750 total sale, they will get 2 custom avatar patches. So that's really exciting for the troop, and they're great. They're completely personalized, and the girls can earn custom patches as well. So that's very exciting. And then there's a crossover patch too. There's a crossover cookie patch to the fall program for those that participate at the specific levels.
So take a look at all the great rewards that you can earn during the Treats, Reads, and More. Obviously, the important one here, our sloth, our mascot this year. A little more detail to come later, but there is going to be a contest to win that giant guy.
Yep, so we only have one available, so one lucky girl will be able to win this prize to go along with the rest of the theme. So you can see that we have the 3-toed pygmy sloth as our adorable mascot that's just hanging out over here. They're soft, they're cute, and they even have the Velcro hands so they can give you hugs all day long. So cute. Yeah.
All right, so what else do we have?
Cookies.
Cookies.
Cookie season is going to be amazing this year, And if you haven't heard yet, we have this wonderful mascot this season.
A little sneak peek to our mascot.
This is Hope the horse, and she gives us all hope for this coming season that everything will be fine and normal. But this is Hope. She's adorable. And what they say in the cookie program, we've got this, right?
Got this.
So that's the theme for this upcoming cookie season. We have a lot of really amazing and different rewards hidden up our sleeves. We'll have more of that to share with everybody shortly. But let me tell you, it's bigger than ever. It's better and just amazing.
So to conclude, we'd just like to really thank you all again for everything you've done.
We could not have done it without anybody here. So we look forward to this coming season, and stay tuned and keep in touch. Bye, everybody.
Wow, that was a lot of information, wasn't it? And with treats, reads, and more just around the corner, let's recap some of the dates. So to recap, here we go. The program starts October 9. The traditional program ends in November, and the online program will end December 5th. We have an all-new website for the program and amazing rewards. You saw a little sneak peek. The webinar from August 22nd, that training for the troop leaders and service unit managers is available, and we will be sharing that link to you. And it will also be shared out to those that participated, so we'll make sure that everyone has access to that. And there's also a Treats, Reads, and More Zoom meeting for caregivers coming up Wednesday, September 30th at 6:30 p.m. The link is being shared in the chat log for everyone to copy and save and share. It also, again, will be available in the email follow-up to tonight's webinar that'll be going out early in the coming week. And now a brief word from finance.
Hi everyone, my name is Jim Matthews. I'm the Chief Financial Officer of Girl Scouts of NYPENN Pathways. Christina Veretti asked us to take a moment today and introduce ourselves and tell you a little bit about what we do. In the finance department at NYPENN Pathways is myself, a gentleman by the name of Wade Wires, who is on vacation this week with his family, so he couldn't be with us, and Cindy Brennan.
Hi everyone, my name is Cindy Brennan. I am the accountant with the council. I've been here for almost 5 years. My primary role is to take care of all of the accounts payable. So I take care of paying the bills for vendors, suppliers, and I also pay councils or troops or service units if they require a refund from us. I also take care of processing the retail store sales and paying any New York State sales tax that we owe that we've collected on sales through the stores. In addition, I take care of monitoring the council credit card and also any mileage or out-of-pocket reimbursements to our employees.
Thanks, Cindy. I'll speak a little bit about Wade. I should say that Cindy, Wade, and I are all accountants by trade. We've all gone to school for accounting, and here we track all of the finances of the council, which means all the money that comes in either through product sales or retail sales or membership or grants and contributions that people give to the council. And we also track all of the expenses for the council, and it's the purchase of cookies, it's the payment of employees, it's the payment of rents and utilities, things like that. So we track that all very carefully. Wade is responsible for getting all of that properly accounted for, and I kind of oversee Cindy's and Wade's activities in that area. Christina also wanted me to take a minute to mention that, of course, like you, this council is facing some pretty significant challenges in the upcoming year with respect to the COVID-19 pandemic. And I wanted to reassure everybody that this council remains financially strong, financially stable. that while we are making adjustments that I'm sure that you're seeing in how we do programming, and so we've made changes to programming, we've made changes to our staffing levels, and we've made changes to the recruiting process, and we continue to recognize that changes need to be made. But I wanted to reassure everybody that this council does remain on strong financial ground, and we look forward to getting through this pandemic, as all of you do, and getting back to whatever that new normal is as soon as possible. So thank you for being part of Girl Scouts. Thank you for being part of Girl Scouts of NYPENN Pathways, and good luck to all of you.
Thank you.
And just some brief updates from Joanne Morak, our Director of Development. Thursday was our STEM Lab grand opening at Amahami Adventure Center. Super exciting. You saw pictures in Kevin's tour of our properties. We cannot wait to have everyone see it. For information on how to rent the space, troops and volunteers can visit Double Knot, Property Reservation, Amahami Adventure Center. Of course, since this is one of our newest buildings and amenities, details and information are still being drafted. So continue to check back for your opportunity to rent this great new space. Sadly, our Women of Distinction breakfast scheduled for September 15 has been canceled, and we will have more to come and let you know the details of what our Plan C is for Women of Distinction. A huge shout out and thanks to all the service units and troops for the great stories shared that are highlighted in our alum newsletter, The Lowdown. You can see it electronically on our website. And as always, if there is a story that you would like to share about your troop for the next Lowdown, please send it directly to Joanne Morak. I'm sure that someone can share Joanne's email address in the chat log so that you have that. And while we were unable to celebrate the accomplishments of all of our volunteers in person in April, we did do a virtual volunteer appreciation celebration on our Facebook page. And we would like to take time to recognize them as we kick off the new year as well. Local engagement managers will be distributing the awards through the service units as meetings come up over the course of the next few weeks. First off, let's take a moment and recognize all of this year's award recipients, because that's a lot of Girl Scout goodness happening across our 26 counties. And the Thanks Badge honors an individual whose ongoing commitment, leadership, and service have had an exceptional, measurable impact on meeting the mission delivery goals and priorities of the entire council or the entire Girl Scout movement. The recipient must be an active, registered adult Girl Scout volunteer and is recognized for outstanding service that resulted in outcomes benefiting the total council or the entire Girl Scout organization, and whose contributions are so significantly above and beyond the call of duty that no other award would be appropriate. We had 5 Thanks Badge honorees this year. The Thanks Badge 2 honors a previous Thanks Badge recipient who has continued to provide exemplary service in a leadership role, resulting in a measurable impact that benefits the entire Girl Scout movement. The recipient is an active, registered adult volunteer who has received the Thanks Badge and continues to provide outstanding service benefiting the total council or the entire Girl Scout organization so significantly above and beyond the call of duty that no other award would be appropriate. The Hall of Fame Award recognizes a lifetime commitment to the Girl Scout movement within Girl Scouts of NYPENN Pathways specifically. The recipient has supported GS NYPENN in a variety of ways, including supporting Girl Scouts in the community, volunteering in a variety of roles, and financially supporting our council. The recipient must be a volunteer for a minimum of 20 years and a previous recipient of the Appreciation Pin, Honor Pin, Thanks Badge, Thanks Badge 2, and now the Evergreen Award. They must be an active registered adult Girl Scout who has successfully completed a term of service and all the requirements for their position, and who has performed beyond the expectations for the position to deliver the Girl Scout leadership experience to girls using the national program portfolio. The recipient actively recognizes, understands, and practices the values of inclusive behavior. And lastly, I want to highlight our President's Award. The President's Award recognizes the efforts of a service delivery team or committee whose exemplary service in support of delivering the Girl Scout leadership experience surpassed team goals and resulted in significant measurable impact toward reaching the Council's overall goals. As in 2019, this year, we provided the recipients of the President's Award with a $100 award. We hope these funds will assist the service unit in continuing to provide meaningful girl and volunteer experiences in their community. Before we rededicate ourselves to another year of Girl Scouts, I have one final video message to play for you from our Chief Revenue Marketing Officer.
Hello, my name is Wendy Coberta, and just like our trefoil, our executive team at Girl Scouts of NYPENN Pathways is also made up of 3 parts. Julie Dale is our CEO, Jim Matthews, our CFO, and me, I'm the Chief Marketing and Revenue Officer for the Council. And I know that's a mouthful, but simply put, I do my best to enable the teams that handle retail and product programs, data strategy and analytics, corporate partnerships and major council events, and of course, marketing and communications. And even if we haven't had the pleasure of meeting sometime over the last 4 years that I've been involved with the council, you might recognize my voice from over our office phone greeting recordings. Now, on behalf of all of us here at GS NYPENN, I'd like to thank you for your extraordinary efforts this year. Somebody once told me that cookies sell themselves. Now, anyone who's experienced a season like we just had knows that it's challenging and it's rewarding, but it's certainly not a sure thing. The teams that I support needed to make some dramatic changes on the fly to the program this past year, and some of the known rules we used to follow just had to be thrown out the door. So, we know we'd be in a crisis mode right now without your creativity and your dedication to the program and your ability to pivot so quickly. You're the ones that made sure the cookies left dining room tables and garages and that they got to customers and to essential workers. Now, none of us has a crystal ball, but still, we know that COVID-19 has changed the way we all live, work, and play. It will continue to do so until a solution is found, and for it's safe to us to be together again in larger groups. I need your patience again this year. It's going to be another doozy, I'm afraid, and we're likely going to have to embrace some new ways of doing things, and we may have to give you some short notice. However, our goal is to have everything worked out in advance. We're trying to anticipate all of your questions and concerns. But you know what matters the most to your girls and to your families is really your participation and your ideas. So I invite you to reach out to any of us on the video with your ideas, your suggestions, or anything you may have on your mind. Just write to the executive team. We're at listening@gsnypenn.org. We know that some of our members here in our GS NYPENN family could be out of work or could have sick family members. Please, please, please let us know what's going on with your life, because we're your sisters. We will do our best to accommodate you and to help you and your girls reach their goals. To be completely transparent, we need to communicate with you. So please ensure you've updated your contact information on the My GS tab, and that's located on our main webpage. Now, while you're at it, please include your mobile number so we can text you, so you have access to the latest information possible. We have so many exciting programs coming this year. I bet you saw that GS USA just announced we have some new uniforms coming out, and we have a new subscription box program that's going to evolve as the months go on. Girls are going to be able to create their own avatars for the Treats, Reads, and More program, and oh, there's just so many opportunities. So if you want to volunteer with us or help us find new partnerships, new products, new programs, please get in touch. Thank you so much for your faith in the staff and the board at GS NYPEN, and thanks for bleeding green. Peace out, Girl Scouts.
Hello, I'm Julie Dale, CEO of Girl.
Sorry about that little technical difficulty.
Okay.
Colleen?
So now we're going to go into our rededication and investiture ceremony. An investiture is the welcoming of new members, both girls and adults, into the Girl Scout family for the first time. A rededication ceremony is the opportunity for girls and adults to renew their commitment to the Girl Scout promise and law. We welcome all new leaders who are joining us this year as a volunteer or as an adult member, and we would like to welcome back all of our current volunteers and adult members as well. We'd like to take a few minutes to rededicate ourselves and welcome our new members. As you hear each part of the rededication, I would like you to think to yourself the role that Girl Scouts has played in your life and the reasons that you continue to dedicate your time and energy into Girl Scouting. We have 5 volunteers who are going to help us with this rededication. You know who you are, so when it is your turn, you should be able to self-unmute and speak your role. So speaker number 1, Karen, go ahead.
The color green stands for our Girl Scout programming, reminding us that we have a duty to perform, to instill in our girls the practice of the Girl Scout promise and law. It also means we are not to lose sight of these principles when emotions run high. If problems arise, we go back and review the purpose and ideals of Girl Scouting, for above all, our thoughts and actions must be for the girls we are serving.
Stands for fire, one of humanity's greatest blessings, but fire can also destroy. We can use fire for good and evil. We can be kind and considerate, or we can hurt each other if our fires are uncontrolled.
The color blue stands for faith and loyalty, our faith in each other and our loyalty to our beliefs, our love of God, home, and country.
The color white stands for honesty in thought, word, and deed towards ourselves and others.
The color yellow stands for sunshine, the sun that warms us all. Just as the sun warms us, may we in turn spread warmth and friendship to those we meet. Let's make Girl Scouting fun for our girls, but at the same time, not losing sight of the promise and law.
Let us now rededicate ourselves to Girl Scouting by repeating the Girl Scout promise. All together, ready? On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. We hope you continue to live the promise and law each day and to help each girl shine their light. And now we are going to go to another poll that Christina is going to launch for us, I believe.
Colleen's really just kidding, aren't you? I think you are.
Okay, I lied.
I think we're going to do the poll after question.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay, go ahead.
It's all good. At this time, we would invite anyone who has a question to raise your hand or type it in the chat, and we are going to do some live Q&A. Folks are going to turn their videos on so you can feel like you're actually talking to a human instead of a computer. It's going to be super awesome. Unless we don't have any hands up, but it looks like we do.
Christina, before you get to those participants, we do have something in the Q&A. Can you share the slides and speaker role so we can do a digital ceremony with our girls easily?
Meaning for the rededication?
Yes, ma'am.
I think that we would be able to share those. What we can do is we can share a PDF of the PowerPoint. We can share it as a link when we send the email out. I think someone asked about that on Thursday as well. So I think it's already in the works to do that. Yep. Okay. So it looks like Carolyn Lee, I'm going to unmute you. You have your hand raised.
Yeah, hi.
there.
I just had a couple of questions. So the monthly drop-in meetings, do we know if they'll be varied days and times, or if they're going to be pretty like the second Tuesday of every month? Do we have that information yet?
We are hoping that they will be predictable.
Okay.
So we want them to be predictable. They will be once a month, and we designed them to be the plan. They'll start when the new member year starts, so after October 1. And Carolyn, it is so that, like I said, so it'll be predictable for folks. And also, we are looking at it as being able to couple that with the once a month virtual program, all level program offering. So that's 2 points of engagement for girls that are that may or may not be able to get together with their troop. And so hoping to give a nice rounded experience for girls this year.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. And Christine Jocelyn, I am unmuting you. Well, you'll have to unmute yourself, I think. But.
It's okay. I knew what you meant. Oh, I'm feedbacking just a second. So yeah, like someone else had mentioned in the chat about the higher level awards. Is there anything being done to help those individuals with that? I know my own child is trying to go for gold and is going to be a senior this year, and you know, we're just trying to figure out the online proposal submitting process. It's just, you know, it kind of stinks that you can only do it every other month, and it just seems a little, I don't know, weird that way. Is there anything done to help those
I think that we are currently capturing your question. We have one person that kind of manages our higher level awards. So I hear you, and I will absolutely deliver that this is a concern, that it's only available every other month. And we'll try to tease out what it is. You know, I'll have someone follow back up with you, Christine, so that we can better understand what the needs are and what the asks are, so that we can figure out how to make this more accessible. Thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate it. Looks like Kelly Webster. Kelly, you are set when you unmute yourself. You had your hand up. Okay. Yep, Kelly, you all you have to do is click unmute. Kiana, while we're waiting, I know Kelly put her hand back up, so I'm guessing she has a question, but it might be a technical difficulty. Do we have any other questions or Sadiqa in the chat log or in the question log that we can get to?
We do. We have one that says, last year my troop earned a $30 pizza party from Treats, Reads, and More program. Will that be extended due to COVID, or can we use the money towards badges for curbside pickup since my troop was unable to meet for pizza?
So, Colleen, I saw you nod. Do you want to take this one? I know that we've extended the deadline, and I also know that people have gotten really creative, and some people actually worked with their local pizzeria and had make your own pizza kits delivered to each of the girls so that they could still have that experience, and then, or had pizza delivered, like mini servings delivered out to homes, and the girls had a virtual pizza party. So I know there's been some really cool stuff, but Colleen, do you want to add more? I saw you nod.
Sure. As you mentioned, the deadline has been extended. I want to say it's to the end of September, so until September 30th, to jump on that offer. As Christina did mention, people have been being very creative with the individual pizza. We've also heard from Jacqueline on the Treats, Reads, and More webinar that happened last weekend that troops, if pizza was too difficult for you to do the individual servings, that some troops were actually going to the store and buying the individual servings of like the ice cream novelties, and they were bringing those around and also having a virtual ice cream party, and that works for them as well. As far as the individual badges, I do not have a specific answer, but I can certainly reach out to Jacqueline and try to get an answer for you. But the goal is to have something that allows the girls to come together, whether virtually or in person, to celebrate that success.
I also have a double question about the subscription box. I have a question in regards to, can we use cookie dough to purchase the subscription boxes? And can you clarify what a subscription box is?
So I don't think it's been sussed out yet whether or not cookie dough would be able to be used. That said, my knee-jerk reaction is, why wouldn't it be? Because we allow it to be used for girl programming. So it only makes sense that we will allow it, but I don't think we've even talked that far through it. So, and then a subscription box is kind of like your Stitch Fix or your HelloFresh or your Fun Run box, which I'm super enjoying right now, where you subscribe to something and then either monthly, quarterly, whatever the tick is that you subscribe to, the frequency, then you receive this kit. And in this kit are all sorts of goodness. For us, it would be related to a girl experience. There might be a little Girl Scout bling in there and something to work towards a badge and keep a girl engaged with some at-home fun. Kind of like a Kiwi crate.
I also have another question, is what is the recommendation for troop dues since there will be limited in-person activities?
I think that your troop would have to, and anyone else wants to jump in, but I'm going to say my gut tells me is talking to your troop and determining what your troop is still going to be doing. If you are going to continue to do boxes of materials for the girls, if you're going to provide them with the supplies to do the badges, then it seems reasonable that the parents would also be contributing in order to help make that happen. That also, I would say, to take in mind what your participation, what you earned last year from the Treats, Reads, and More, and what you're carrying over from your cookies. Because if you didn't go on any travel, and we're not certain when that will happen, you may have some parents say, well, what happened to the cookie money? If you haven't had a lot happening, and this is totally, I'm saying this not knowing who the person is and what they did over the summer or anything, so forgive me for that. So just knowing yourself, like, what have we spent? Is it reasonable to ask for this, or do we have enough money in our troop treasury to continue propelling the troop forward without asking for dues? So I think it really is going to be an individual assessment on what your plans are and what your needs are. So if you're keeping the girls engaged, it seems fairly reasonable, and I'm sure the parents wouldn't consider it unreasonable if they saw and felt what you were delivering.
Elizabeth Reed would like to know, will the journey boxes still be available to borrow?
Yes. I love easy questions. Thank you, Elizabeth Reed.
And I have another one for you, Christina. Tiffany Hearn wanted to know in regards to the Zoom refund, since they've already purchased the Zoom for troop meetings, and seeing how GSUSA is offering it, will troops be refunded?
We would not be in a position to refund a troop for what they've paid for thus far, because that is your personal account that you've done. This is a part of a national contract and isn't the ownership of any troop, just so you know. So the $36 that we would charge to a troop if they opt into using it, if you leave your role as a leader mid-season, you won't, for that, even get money back. You just wouldn't have access anymore. We would transfer that to the new leader of the troop or the next leader that asks for it. But at this point, we are not in control of who signed into Zoom accounts, signed up for a Zoom account. So sadly, we would not be able to do that.
I have a question in the chat in regards to the drop-in virtual programs. Will they have a cost?
They will not. That said, along with it being free, any of the material list that's there, the assumption would be that the girl would provide her own materials based on the material list. Our goal is to communicate the material list from 1 month for the next month. And then likewise, if a girl is a member of a troop and she earns a badge, just like any other badge she earns on her own, she would be going to the troop to say that she earned it or purchasing it on her own. But no charge to do these drop-in troop meetings. We just want to give girls an experience. How do we do? All right. I think, is it time for the last poll and then the drawing? Could it be? Yeah, let's launch the poll. Which number is it? 2?
2?
I only saw one of the fingers on the screen.
Sorry, poll number 2.
Poll number 2, launching now. You can tell it's the end of the weekend. So after sharing with you all of the plans and everything coming up, we just want to get a little snapshot of understanding about what your plan is for the coming months with the girls. Well, I'm preparing to end this. I just wanted to jump, Colleen, there's a question in the chat that says, is there a link or a program to use to learn how to have a virtual meeting? So I don't know, I know you have a shameless plug. Well, before I end the poll, we'll leave the poll up while you plug this.
We absolutely do. We actually just wrapped up a 5-session series about going virtual and hosting those virtual meetings, whether it be in a strictly virtual setting or a hybrid model. While the sessions are done now, they are all recorded and waiting for you to enjoy them in GS Learn. So you'd access GS Learn the same way you'd access the volunteer toolkit. Just click on the GS Learn button once you're logged in, and you'll go in there. If you do not see the series called Going Virtual series right on your dashboard, click on Not Started Yet, and it should appear. If for some reason you cannot find it, please feel free to contact me, and I will make sure it appears for you.
Thank you. And with that, I am going to end the poll because there's some pretty good results here. I think everyone's going to feel really good when they see what everyone's plan is. So sharing your results now, it looks like 90% of you are geared toward meeting, while 15% are still waiting to hear back from the parents on what they want to do, which is amazing because that means that 3/4 of you already have a plan in place to get the girls engaged. So thank you for that. Anyone who's really struggling, we do encourage you to reach out to us and make sure that you are getting any help and support that you need. We do have some great things that can also be mailed out to the girls and help you create maybe a meeting box to leave on their doorstep. If you are not able, if you're not comfortable navigating the virtual, we can help you with that. So thank you so much. And with that, I'll hand it back to Colleen because she has some door prizes to close us out.
Okay, I do have some exciting door prizes and I'm super jazzed about them. Yes, you can see them on the slide right there, but they happen to be sitting in my own workspace. So we have this amazing 8-piece enamel cookware set from Coleman. That's part of their kit. A wonderful easy campfire book, which from viewing this the last few minutes, I think I might have to go get one of these on my cookbooks. And a set of 10 of the telescoping s'more sticks right there. So you can go ahead and you can safely make sure those girls aren't getting too close to that fire circle. We have 2 of these awesome kits that we're going to be giving out tonight. But if you are not one of the ones who win, have no fear. After this session is done, you'll receive a link to vote for our badge bash planning. Anyone who participates in that poll, we will choose another one random winner from those poll participants to also win this kit. So I went through the entire participant list earlier and I randomly selected a couple people. So when you hear your name, make sure you type in to say like that's me or I'm a winner or whatever in the chat bar so I can make sure you're here because you must be present to win. So my first name for our lucky kit is
Colleen, they should raise their hand. If they raise their hand, we'll see them immediately.
There you go. Raise your hand. We'll see you immediately, I'm told. So the first person is Christine Jocelyn. Say, I saw you talking earlier. Christine Jocelyn. Are you here?
She's here.
She's still here. Yay!
She's here.
Okay. And then the next person who should be on here, so I think I saw her name, but I know we're having hand issues, is actually Kelly Webster. Kelly Webster, are you still here? So I know we're having some hand issues. Oh, I don't see her.
She doesn't, it doesn't look like she's here.
Nope, I'm trying to search her name. I don't see her here anymore. Okay, let me go to my list.
Oh no, she's here. She's here. I lied.
Oh, okay,
I don't know where she came from, but she just popped up.
Yep, she's here. She's hopping in the chat. So yay, Chris Jocelyn and Kelly Webster, you are our grand prize winners for our awesome door prizes tonight. So we'll be in touch with you to get those prizes out to you so you can have a continued awesome fun of enjoying the year outdoors. Okay, and I think that's everything for my door prizes. Make sure you take that poll so you have another chance.
Yeah, so thank you so much for coming tonight. We are going to close out our meeting unless there's any last minute unanswered. As soon as we close out the meeting, you will get a pop-up survey for feedback for the badge bash. The badge bash is being planned virtual, but we know that if we get the go-ahead to meet in person in January, we can flip it on the fly. So we are ready and willing to send you your own little badge bash kit and look forward to that. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy your last few days of summer, and we will see you soon.